touch or depict your voice when you are making what? Noise. Let us be orderly. Let us be smart. Let us talk where necessary. 2, every presidential candidate is allowed to enter inside with 10 seconders altogether. Then MPs should also get where to sit, plus the GRCs altogether. Then I think the rest of it all, it is to have that maximum silence. I repeat, maximum what? Silence. Let us keep quiet. Let us be at, we normally say it, we should be at stacks. You shouldn't maybe meander around. Then, lastly, I wish you the best. Light of the world, for God and my country.
Thank you so much, Chairperson Electoral Commission. The program of the day will have the national anthem, seating of the presidential candidates. We will have opening statements from presidential candidates. We shall have recognition of all aspirants. Then we shall run to question and answer session. And finally, closing statements. On closing statements, the chairperson EC has already convened his words. We will have a word from the president of Hope Initiative Club, who will invite the guild president, and in case of any administrator attending, the guild president will help and invite him or her to grace our day. Without wasting much of our time, let's stand up and salute the country by singing the national anthem, and we are going to be led by a member of Hope Initiative, Nahawe Roida. Thank you so much.
Let's all stand at ease.
We can have our seats. Now, without wasting much of our time, we are going to have our presidential candidates take their seat. And on my list, I'm seeing number 1 as Mr. Namara Victor. Namara Victor, you can please have your seat. You can share them as they are sitting, please. Thank you so much. Mr. Itungo Ian Bujingo, come and take your seat. Thank you so much. The Chair Electoral Commission gave clear guidelines that we need maximum silence. Maximum silence. We know you have people you are supporting, but here we will be expecting maximum silence from you. Each candidate was granted permission to come with 10 seconders. We are going on opening statements for guild presidential candidates, and this will be the order. I have a list here, and I will follow the number 1 followed by number 2. Each one will be given 5 minutes to give his opening statement. We are running short of time, and let's straight away give a microphone to Mr. Victor Namara. The floor is yours. 5 minutes. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to everyone. I'm happy today to sit here among the passionate and forward-thinking minds. Victor Namara is my name. I'm here in my year 2, semester 1, pursuing Bachelor of Science in Agriculture and Entrepreneurship. I'm here today to make a remark, to make a bold and big statement that I'm aspiring for the Guild President academic year 2025-2026. The reason as to why I'm and that forced me to come for the Guild President seat is that I feel myself, I see myself as a capable leader, as a person who is capable to change our university, run to the next level. One level to another. Again, I feel like I'm the person who can flip the script and make Ankole Western University light of the world. As any other aspiring president, I have my manifesto, and it lies on 4 pillars. The first pillar is student welfare. I want to tell you that I have been here for more than 1 year and a half now. But most of us, our student welfare, whereby maybe paying tuition, has been violated. There is no any university that requires to have paid 100% tuition to sit for mid-semester exams. I promise, and this goes beyond the promise, it shouldn't be that like that. It shouldn't be like sitting for the mid-semester exams that you are supposed to have paid 100% tuition. Because our parents out there, we have here students who are paying for themselves. Others have been in other institutions. They know that they have power and they have rights. Sit for exams before even paying 100%, and you are denied results, not examination. Remember, education is priority, not a privilege. Another pillar in my manifesto is academic excellence and sports. What upsets me most is we are the growing university. In the last rankings of the universities in Uganda, we have been ranked in 40th position out of 56. And there are very many things or very many reasons that make us get that position, 40th, and I'm not happy with that position. One of the things is Ankole Western University. I think we are among the few of the universities that does not even participate in the University League tournament. And this can boost us to be known in Guru when our university is praying with Guru University. This can boost us when we are praying with Makere and Makere is coming this side. Students at Makere University will just know that our students from Makere have gone to pray with Ankole Western University. They will be forced to go on Google Maps to check where is Ankole University located. Furthermore, in that, we have been having some complaints with the students, most especially those ones who have been doing diploma, whereby their results have been delayed. When it is a general concern from the country, then that's okay. But when it becomes a problem from our university, it's a problem and it has to be solved. Another thing concerning academics, we have here students who have been who have just reported. Some doing animal health and others doing crop production, DAP. To our surprise, these students were admitted, some were doing animal health. But after studying for a while, reaching into the middle of the semester, going back for the registration, they are told that you are not qualifying for animal health, go for crop. I don't think that this is a problem to the students. It's a problem to admissions office, whereby at times we lack the people who work there. They lack what we call professionalism. You find someone is working in that office, he's a reverend, and that reverend can't assess the results of the scientists. That is the problem. So, another pillar, transparency in leadership. I want to tell you that we are among the universities where we don't have a guild council account. And this has totally, completely made us stay behind in very many ways. We have been complaining that these presidents that have passed.
Excuse me, Mr. President, time is against you.
Oh, thank you.
So a few seconds, you can conclude that and then pass on the microphone.
Thank you very much. I was talking about my pillars in my manifesto, and the third one was transparency in leadership, and the first one is skill development and innovation, whereby I will always improve the associations around our university so that we have the best institutions, so the best associations that will make our students have more skills around campus. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, and aspiring president. First of all, my name is Mwembe Zanold, and I have been invited by Mr. Jonan for this occasion, and I'm humbled to be part of you. All right, so Mr. President, aspiring, you can also have your microphone, but then we are on opening remarks. And therefore, I request you to use an appropriate of about 2 minutes. Be brief, because introduction, you don't have to be that. Don't go into the other manifesto. You will be messing up on some point. So have some introductory remarks. Then we shall have our MPs on board. Then you will have your own time reserve. Thank you.
Welcome you all for coming. Briefly, Itungo Ian Bujingo is my name, student, Ankole Western University, aspiring guild president, and I'm also pursuing Bachelor of Education, Literature, English. And before me, I look at myself as a capable leader that could take this position of guildship to a higher level. We all understand Rome wasn't built in a day. I can't promise I will do wonders, but at least I will do things in my means and all with God being my helper. Thank you.
All right, thank you, guild aspirants. We take the pleasure to welcome Mr. Dan. Thank you for joining us. our guild aspirants, you might have some seats this side. I will ask you to excuse me about that, so that we can have some MPs who will utilize a few minutes, because they have to speak also to their eligible voters, isn't it? So we are going to request you a bit. You first have your seats. We shall request a few MPs. Where are the contesting MPs? All right. So we shall be calling you by list. We have a list here. We shall call two, and we request you to utilize time within its limited provision, isn't it? So let's have Mr. We are going to the agriculture faculty. To Kwatanise Joachim, where are you? He's not around. So let's have Akanjika Raymond. Is he around? And we shall also have we have to ensure that time is respected, isn't it? So I'm requesting, you are called Raymond. Mr. Raymond, you are provided 3 minutes, isn't it? You shall have a 1 minute reserve for you to engage with your potential voters. So you can have your microphone. Introduce yourself, introduce your concept or your manifesto in the briefest part of it, and then have us that time. We shall be strict on time. All right.
Thank you, sir. A good afternoon, everyone.
Excuse me. And briefly, we have been introduced the topic, isn't it? Because this debate is connected. We want you to. Do you remember the topic? Yeah, what is the topic? So, I wish you could. We have a topic, which is the role of students' leadership towards academic support services. Because as an institution, we are looking for people or leaders who will have to push ahead our academic importance of being here, isn't it? Members, are we at par? Are we at par? We want them to challenge us with their views, as they might bring them out or elaborate, but in line with students' leadership in support of our academic services.
As when we have gone there for practicals, we can at least at least 2 students can be on one animal for like blood samples or like DNA tests. So that will be my second point. Also, we shall also check on the lecture rooms, we are also having few furniture, so that will be also a concern to us that when I'm voted in, I should also have a bonnet, because you find that someone is lifting a seat from maybe this block to the other block, so that will be a concern. And also bringing together the students and the staff or the administration. So I will act as a link between the students and the administration. So as when the students raise a concern, I should take it directly to the concerned people. I think when we are given more time, I will have to explain everything that I will be having. So at this moment, thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Raymond, for having submitted that. So we can welcome. Are there students from the agriculture faculty? Yes. Who are they? Where are they? Yeah, this is the utmost period of time you have to engage your candidates, isn't it? Because as well as we have a debate going on, you have to engage them. Do you have any ground you wish to engage Mr. Raymond as within the next 30 seconds? Anyone? Is good? All right, we can have Mr. Henry coming in.
Sir. Allow me, I take this opportunity because some of us may not be aware. But in a moment of few silence, 2 seconds or 3 or 5, we recognize the absence of Johnson Wesley Campus, the founder of 2005. My name is Ankole Henry. I've first pursuing the national diploma in Alamo Hills. First year, first semester. And I'm a student.
Members, let's have some audience.
That we are becoming different stories to those people who blame our mothers and fathers because we are born from our family. I have few mandates to put across. Henry may have failed to walk with you in the buildings till here. Some of you have never assessed my face, but I thank God for being granted this opportunity to talk about you, the important people.
All right.
I will not promise much to the students of
Time.
Ankole Western University because I'm not yet into the power, but I promise, and in my promising, I would have need you people who are here. But
Time.
man, we are not created of that character.
Hello, Henry. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for your submissions.
Yes.
And I hope, fellow students, we have been able to take note of what our candidate is saying. Do you have any common engagement from the audience? Someone who might want to engage these candidates within a few minutes, because it won't make sense for them to come submit and then go sit, isn't it? They might not have some other opportune time to engage them. Yes, yes, sir. I'm seeing a hand.
Thank you, sir. Remember, in the class of senior 1 students, before we end up in senior 6, there must be the confused students. Dear scientists,
All right, all right. I hope
Andy.
That was members. Let's have audience.
yes.
I hope that's Mr. Henry's response to the person who sought some answer. Isn't it?
as I'm answering him very well.
Please, time. Let's have conscience over time. Some other person from the audience, maybe you want to put something to them. I hope they can go have some other seats on the other end, and then as we bring in some other MPs on the table or the panel. Thank you. Mr. Henry, you can have your seat, and Mr. Raymond. Thank you for your submissions. I hope the people who are going to elect have gotten their best. Yeah, so Mr. Joachim, where is Mr. Joachim? You may have some minutes. Yeah, so you have a brief of 3 minutes on the panel, and then you can have your seat. Conscious of time.
Chairperson, Electoral Commission, and your team, the Guild Committee, the incoming one and the outgoing one, and plus the entire audience, a very good afternoon. By names of Kwatanse Joachim, a student of Ankole Western University, pursuing National Diploma in Animal Health, Year 1, Semester 1. and I'm aspiring MP Science faculty, and to inspire on that post, I observed the following things that I found that was not in place, and we as scientists, we have to be having them. First one, that is the science laboratory. Ever since I reached here, I've never seen the laboratory. And we as scientists, there is nothing we can do when we don't have a laboratory, because our course needs more practical, and of which they are to be done in the laboratory. Secondly, we as scientists, we normally have practicals, like those practicals, they are normally carried or taking place most especially on animals' health. In saying that, I mean we should be having more or a big number of animals around the campus, so that as scientists we can do our part so easily. So I found it hard, I as a scientist, to go or to continue with my course when actually those things are not in place. That's where I developed that passion to contest on that post, so that those things, at least I can connect the student's voice to the administration. So with those, I wish you all the best, and I call upon you all to turn up, support, so that we make our science our prosperity. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You might have your seat on the other end, because we had called you in earlier with your fellows, but we gave you that opportune time. They will engage you on a comprehensive aspect. Yeah, you might have your time within the interim. So we are calling on some other two MPs to come and have the panel. That is the education faculty. Mr. Tumhaire Gilbert, is he around? You might come. And we have Akatkunda Bruce Mujuni. He's not around yet. And then we might have Arishaba Godwin. Is he around? Have they lost interest at the last minute? So now we are likely not to give opportunity to other MPs who are not around at this interim point, because we expect this debate to be, our ground, those people who are on for the political course. I mean, at Ankole Western University for this year, 2025. Do we mean it? Are you getting me? These MPs are expected to have been here, because you took the interest that you would take on leadership of your fellow university students. These are the people we might need at the core times when we need them, and then they have excuse of So I expect them to have been around, so they are not likely to have an opportunity. So is Mr. Kandwanaho Bruce Mujuni around? Is Mr. Arishaba Godwin around? We are going on to Kanyes Yarvin from Humanities and given those people from the education faculty, we have Tumhaire Gilbert. You might have the microphone, then you shall have your ample time, 3 minutes, and one reserve for the audience to engage you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The chairperson, Electoral Commission, the organizers, that is Hope Initiative Club, plus you all who have managed to come for this session. By names of Gilbert Tumhire, a student at Ankole Western University, pursuing Bachelor's of Arts with Education, specifically entrepreneurship and geography. I'm an aspiring member of Parliament Education Faculty at Ankole Western University. So, as far as the topic is concerned, first of all, my first point is to elevate the students' voice, all student voices to the higher levels. We as the students of education, we usually had the problem of poor communication, where we will find that we have our concerns, but they fail to reach where they are supposed to be, or where they are supposed to reach. So here to bridge the gap between we students and our lecturers, or the ones who will be concerned of catering for those concerns. Then, second point is to encourage teamwork and collaboration. Here I mean, when I'm trusted and I get this seat, I will make sure that at least we collaborate as teachers. And I know that this has been also a problem to all of us as educationists, where you will find that we are somewhere segregated. I take an example. The students of Bayet, I will find that we are not highly collaborated with those ones of Diva, with those ones of said. So here I am to bridge or to break that condition, and we start collaborating, and we start that good zeal in us as students of education. Thank you very much.
Alright, I hope you have not been elected yet, because we are here to seek, we are engaging these members, these honorable members of the Western University community, so that they can afford us that authority through their election. So we are not at the election point, but apart from that, I wish to say it's been bad that you came in late. And therefore, I think you may both take your seats, and then we shall be having you on the comprehensive engagement of the students' body versus our contesting leaders. So you may have your seats. So, as the Shala Goodwin arrived, so let's have Humanities and Management faculty MPs contesting. Kanyeski Arvin. Then Kwasa Avery. members. So as we continue with the debate, or as we proceed, I wish to put it that we have had a topic on which we are supposed to drive our narrative, isn't it? So we are looking at the students' leadership on how it would impact our academics. Do you understand? And at every angle, I would expect us aspiring, MPs, let's put in some more elements to make this debate a colorful one. Let's make it interesting. It's like you are debating the economics of the universe, and then you want to say you are leaving out the narrative of the politics. So as you are debating, you probably have to bring in everything that is running in Ankole Western University has to look towards us achieving better academics. Or, do you understand? We are looking at the students' leadership. I want to see you as you are bringing your points on the panel. Let's see you there. Members, are we on point? Our contesting MPs, are we on point? Are we there as we deliberate? So, let's have Arvin, Natwaseven is not around, so Mr. Arvin, you may engage the audience on that narrative as a contestant so that we can impress you with our vote. All right. No? Proceed without the microphone.
Thank you very much. My name is Agnes Arvin. I do Bachelor of Science in Accounting and Finance, year 2 semester 1. I'm aspiring MP, Faculty of Humanities. First and foremost, I would like to welcome everyone here, and then I'll shift the vote to the reason as why I protested. On this seat, one is to represent the students' ideas and concerns on the Guilty Council. Now, it means I'm going to highlight on a few roles of the member of parliament as far as faculty is concerned regarding academics. One, I'll first highlight on the point of effective communication. What do I mean here? When I'm elected as an MP for humanities, I have to put this in line. How? Using the most preferable channels of communication while engaging my fellow students. Now, like attending the radio programs, the radios that we have around Kabot, because most of our students attend to them. Then I think engaging students through workshops and trainings, and I have to make sure that I drive that. I'm very happy that the former MP did that. Then it means I have to adjust or make it more impactful. That's one. And I think, of course, when you want to achieve in academics, you work hand in hand with the administration. That's most probably the AR, the Dean of Students, as well as lecturers, and then, of course, representing the concerns, getting the feedback, taking it to students, again, getting that feedback that comes from students, whether it has provided a positive impact or negative impact, then taking it back and devising means on how to, if it was negative, devising means on how to improve it into a better one.
All right, thank you, Mr. Honorable, for your aspirant. As we proceed, time is up, but we shall have a minute of engagement, and I take the interest to welcome Ms. The Reverend Kishmuri, our dear chaplain, and Dean of Students. Thank you for being around with us. So we may have some members who would have interest in engaging our aspirant. Anything you want to engage our aspirant on as we go ahead? So you might have your seat, Mr. Arvin, the other end. Then we are inviting the contestant from the Faculty of Theology, who is Weyunga Great Pride. You may have Audience. The interim we may proceed.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. Going a Great Pride is my name, a student of Bachelor's in Divinity, year 1, semester 1. And I'm the aspiring NP Theology faculty. And I'm glad to be here and to see you all. Praise the Lord. I thank God first because we are still alive, and I believe that with God everything is possible. That is why I'm here now. It would have been bad if I'm not seeing these faces, but at least in this presidential debate, I'm glad that you're here to see and value your leaders, because we know that leadership comes from God, and we should be leaders, not readers. Because the first point why I've decided to come as the MP for theology, there are many things, but the best of it is that I want to stop segregation between, because sometimes you find these ones say, I'm a Catholic, this one, I'm a Protestant, Simani, this one, I'm of this religion. But why should we be separate? Why should we be separated? Because I know that we are created in, we have a word in theology known as imago Dei. Imago Dei means image of God. And we are created in God's image. Why should we separate? We should be one. We live as one. That is why it is Ankole Western University, the light of the world. We should be the light of the world. Not separating each other, not having separations. This is theology faculty, this is science, but we are all students. And I believe me being on the post of MP for theology doesn't mean that I shouldn't be concerned on science. Maybe, because we are leaders of students. And it is one cabinet. It is Guild President cabinet. So that means if for example, they are giving ministries, it is very okay to give someone. That is why I like this president of ours, His Excellency Kaguta Museveni. You may ask yourself, is Janet a teacher anywhere? But she's in Ministry of Education, and she's dealing with it in an equivalent way. So the same applies to us. We shouldn't separate. And another point is, for example, it's okay, thank you so much. Another thing is, as theology faculty, sometimes we are left behind. I don't know why, because sometimes they study from Wednesday and Thursday. So that means some of the programs, for example, on Saturday we have votes, we have elections. You may find those people are not around. So I will make sure that I engage those students from theology so that we be part of this thing. And another thing, in resource center where theologians study from, there is no Wi-Fi. And we usually like using internet as students. So I'll make sure that at the end of the day, we have the best from my post. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Great. Any engagement of Mr. Great within a few seconds as he takes his seat on the other end? Any deliberate? All right, Mr. Great, you will have your seat on the other end as we engage the next contestant, Mr. Candice Brighton from the Computing and Informatics faculty. He's not around too. So thank you members for having been a good audience as we engaged our members of parliament contesting. I hope we are switching back to the contesting or aspirant guild presidents. They will have to come back, have their seats within the interim as we push on. Our contestants, Mr. Namara Victor and Mr. Itomo Ian Jingo. So right, welcome back. And our audience, these are our aspiring guild presidents who are going to take the initiative of representing us in our presence and absence. And thus, I wish we would engage them, the core, so that we can have the best out of them. We need one guild president amongst the two. And therefore, it is your time and our time to see how deliberate, how satisfying they are going to represent Ankole Western University. So we already had our opening remarks, isn't it? So I'm giving you each 2 minutes of engaging our electorates on our manifestos. I wish you could summarize them, because given you already have them, you must have the other extra stand of summarizing your very manifestos within the shortest period. So engage them, 2 minutes, every one of you, and then we shall have a question and answer session from these members. Are we at par? Yes. Members, it will be your turn to engage these members. We are looking at the student leadership and how it is going to lead us to our academic excellence. So I'm going to request I'm requesting you, sir, Namara Victor. So I'm requesting you to give back to these people your manifesto within the shortest period, 2 minutes, and then we shall have the other contestants also coming in, and then we shall push on. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Once again, I'm Victor Namara, aspiring guild president. I'm here to talk about my manifesto, and it lies on 4 pillars. The first pillar is student welfare. As I have already said, it's only here in West Ankole University where we are demanded to have paid 100% tuition to sit for our mid-semester exams. And this is a concern of students, many students, and we shouldn't even be demanding like we need to see things going in the straight way. We need to see Ankole Western University on the line with other universities whereby we can sit for our mid-semester exams even before paying the tuition 100%. Furthermore, as I have said, we always admit students here for some programs. For example, there's people who have been admitted for animal health 101. You are admitted today to do animal health. After a while, after studying until in the mid-semester exams, in the registration again, you are told that you are supposed to do production. This thing affects a student, and I don't think that it is a concern in a student, it's a concern admissions office, whereby at times you find that the administration at times appoints some people who are not professional in those offices. For example, you find someone who is you find that someone who is working who is studying or is a referent has been in an office for admissions office admitting students. That person will lack some knowledge how to assess the science students. He or she will lack the information to assess these people who are doing IT and many other courses. Another thing is, another point, another pillar in my manifesto is academic excellence and sports. As I have said, I still remember last time when we had interfaculties, it was so absurd that
even the team that won never got anything. No medal, no appreciation. And remember this evening, we have the people from Munganwa Junior. Wherever they are playing a tournament, after Lolo or at the end, they are given awards, they are given medals. It's quite absurd that we find Ankole Western University at this level, we can't even give. So it's high time that we need to flip the script. we need to see Ankole Western University having a capacity, or a guild council having a capacity to bring truth on Freshers Party, talk of April, this coming Freshers Party. Then another thing is about the transparency in leadership. I promise as a guild president that we always have a forum where students will always discuss the issues, the burning issues, so that I can present them to the administration. Another pillar, the last one, skill development and innovation. I promise, and this goes beyond the promise, it should be like we need to have developed associations. It's quite absurd to find that an association here in Ankole Western University, its budget from the Guild Council, it's only 100,000 shillings. It's quite absurd. There's no way how we develop that.
Hello?
Yes. Thank you very much. Let me break from here. But with time tomorrow, let's gather the other side as I'm presenting my manifesto and have more from me. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So let's have Mr. Itungo proceeding with his brief.
Thank you very much, moderator and Mr. President, for giving me this opportunity to speak unto you. I'll be brief and precise about my manifestation. First of all, I will begin with security around town. Secondly, formation of a guild platform for effective communication. Thirdly, make accessibility of Wi-Fi in campus easy, because we all understand the standing candidates all talked about Wi-Fi. That means it's a very general problem, and we need to fight against it, and also see that we all access everything. Thirdly, the fourth thing, I will talk about unity, because I want to bridge the gap between the cabinet, the presidential cabinet, the administration, and also the community, because we all understand we all work as one. We all don't have to be segregated, thinking maybe the community is independent on its own. So this is my obligation as a leader. And also, I also want to talk about guidance and counseling. As a leader, this is my obligation, because we all understand students out there are all aggrieved and they have no one to talk to. So me being a guild president, don't always be afraid of that office. Don't be intimidated by the suits, by what we come, approach the person in office, talk to them. You can also approach your lecturers. So that will be one of my obligations as a leader. Also, we all understand work without play makes Jack a dull boy. It's evident we all came here for academics. True on that, I won't doubt. But then also, we are very idle, because we find ourselves that throughout the whole semester, we don't even have any events taking or going on in campus. You find other universities participating in galas, for example, art galas. They participate in cultural galas, and so many other festives. And us as our students, we also need them. You may look at them as minor stuffs, as minor issues, but they are of help and they are of an advantage to us all, because we all benefit. They raise funds, they make advertisement of the university. Shortly, you will all be proud of where you study from, because I understand the majority of you don't feel proud when they talk about this university. But we are going to look forward to making our university top. Are we together? Thank you so much.
So thank you, our guild aspirants, for your submissions, and I hope the audience has been vigilant and attentive to all that has been said. So in the same, as we try to engage you, I wish to continue to appreciate the presence of our Dean of Students, Reverend Olive, and our chaplain at the same time. And we have our dear lecturer, Mr. Dan Nsima. We have our guild president with us.
I have heard you all giving your submissions personally as a moderator, but then I wish to see the interlinking of the promises. When you say, for example, on the staffing or the recruitment, you are doubting somewhere that maybe the staff recruitment is somehow in doubt because someone said they are unprofessional somewhere. So I want you to say, I'm going to engage this aspect by visiting such and such an office. And so I want to see on ground basically, because we are students, we are people at the university. Like I heard someone say, we doubt, some of us are not proud of being students of Ankole Western University. I want to tell you personally, in my own perspective, Ankole Western University is one of the best institutions you will ever go to. I have been here as an alumnus. I started from here 2018-2019. I was the Minister of Information and Publicity. I've been from here, I went to Makerere, did my administrative pro certificate. I've been to Bishop Stewart University where I have done my bachelor's and my postgraduate diploma. So I'm trying to say all of the institutions I've been to, Ankole Western University is one of the best institutions I've been to, personally. Do you understand? So don't be intimidated by that. So as we are deliberating here, I'm not trying to bring you down, but I want your arguments. Already we are Ankole Western. Do you understand? I want you to grow Ankole Western University. Don't doubt it, don't try to listen to the other outside rumor. That is them. But then what happens when you face them? Do you understand? You want to represent us. These are people doing their bachelors here. We have people doing their postgraduate diplomas here. We have people doing their masters. And you are representing them. You are the guild now. Do you understand? So as you deliberate, even after you have gone through the election, as you go to whichever occasion or whichever congregation, don't try to feel that inferiority aspect. Never. Do you understand? Let's put that aside. So now we are at Ankole Western University. I want you to say, we are looking at funding. Someone said of, the recruitment. I want you to say, because this is stuff already. You must go through the administration. I had our MPs also bringing in their manifestos, and they are really bringing their point of wanting to represent us to the guild parliament. Then how are you engaging? I want to see you. You as a guild, you are going to have ministers. I want you, as you are deliberating, I want you to, are you going to use those people? Or are you going to be autocratic in your own position? Do you understand? So you won't achieve anything unless you are engaging these students. And again, on recruitment, I might engage the administration of the university, even where, on an alike grievance aspect, I might engage the administration, but using the same systems of the administration. Do you understand? When you have a supervisor over you and you have a grievance, most likely you have to clear that point by going through the very supervisor at some points. Do you understand? So how are you going to engage? How are you going to make sure that that our guidance and counseling services are brought to our students of Ankole Western University? You spoke something about that. What goes about that? How are you going to uncover everything, every bit of that?
Thank you so much for the question. Guiding and counseling, I myself, being a leader, I can do the obligation because I find myself, actually I don't find myself, but I can guide and counsel. Me being a teacher trainee, I've done psychology, so I understand the grievances people go through. Secondly, we also host outsiders We understand there are people who have started guiding and counseling, and they are majoring in that field. Because you find in other aspects, in other fields, where many people gather, for example, in hospitals, there are guides and counselors. People go to them, talk to them, share their problems, and then they are helped on how to go about them. Not to feel intimidated, not to feel insecure, not to feel offended by society. So that's something very simple to do.
All right, sir. Thank you for your submissions on that. Yeah, because he saw it as a point of an area of concern, and he has deliberated on how he's going to work about it. So I'm not going to manifest over it and by adding some other things. So thank you for your submissions. And then to the other first person who had to present, Mr. Namara Victor, you spoke about the professionalism of staff. It could be a genuine concern, and don't feel intimidated to speak it out once you notice it. Do you understand? So how are you trying to approach this very concern in your perspective or in your person?
Thank you very much for that very good question. To answer you, this concern can be worked on since we have a good listening vice chancellor. I think at times these people, you find that they have been employed because of friendship, someone is a relative to someone, and we find it, when it is a concern and it is a burning issue with students, even from the constitution that governs the Guild Council, we have rights to demonstrate peacefully. We brought to the Vice Chancellor that this thing is burning, it is a burning issue that is always disturbing us, because it is something that is hurting. A student who has told a mother or a father that I'm studying animal health. After 2 months, you are telling your parents that I'm doing crop production, or your friends. They will look at you as if you're mad. They will doubt you. So, this is the way how I'm going to solve that problem. Thank you.
All right, I hope we have had the submission on that. And then I had another point where you spoke about the sports funding. You showed there was some concern on the funding of such initiatives. And then you brought in an aspect where we have to bring in some musicians, maybe bringing in the aspect of the situational leadership theory as posed out by Professor Coxon. He does say situational leadership, this is where we have to look at the same category of people. Maybe we are youthful, we need such aspects. So how are you going to mobilize on this aspect? As a gear and the other perspective of sports and then these other things that come with it. How are you ready to bring them on board?
Thank you very much once again for that very good question. Answer you, as I have already said, we are among the universities that does not have a Guild Council account. And one of the use, and the most important use of the Guild Council account is that the Guild Council should have its own funds to fund such a function. For example, these interfaculties, they go under the Guild Council, isn't it? I think by getting a Guild Council account whereby we can get our funds from, we can fund those activities, sports. We can have some musicians here like Ray G. We can have truth.
All right, aspirant. Thank you for your submission on that.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, aspirants. I want to engage all of you. When you decided to stand, you had a point of view. You had what transpired. You contest because you had something to add to what is on. We are already striving. The congregation is here, and we want to know, you
once you are put in power, what is that first priority that is hurting, that you want to work on? Over to you.
Thank you very much for that very good question. I have the very, very, very burning issues that hurts we students here. One of them is tuition, the payment. I want to assure you this, that there is no any other university in Uganda that demands a student to have paid 100% tuition, sit for an exam. You have a right to do an exam, you are denied results, but not being denied in an exam. Another thing is, in science faculty, I want to an evidence from the people who are doing Animal 2-1. It's we here who don't have even a choice to decide where am I going to do my internship from. When you are doing a diploma, but a university is controlling you. Go to a certain firm. Listen, a certain firm is they are paying 400,000. And remember, you know where you can go and pay 200,000. That is a concern. That is a burning issue. I promise when I become a great president, that is done. Another thing is, we are not on a primary level. We are not, please, we are not on a primary level. We are not supposed to have a tournament in the faculties where we can't even give the winners a medal or any prize when we are a university. We are not primaries. Even this, have you ever seen this in Ghana on Friday? They are ever in watch room, they are watching their movie. So they think over, they just take their minds over books, out of the books, isn't it? So it's high time for we, as Ankole Western University, to choose a good president who will change everything at times. For example, who will start an initiative that will always bring some musicians. For example, Reggie or Truth or keyboard, here. I promise.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. One of the priorities that I will put first is security. Because I understand we all have to come for lectures. And again, I understand we all have to go out of the lectures. But then, how shall we be able to attend the next lectures when we have ongoing insecurities around town? For example, one of the most toxic places you could ever visit right now in Kabuhe is this Fished area. And I find the community very reluctant about it. Our Mr. Au was also a victim of that. I personally was a victim of that. And the community is also reluctant about that. Because I have a feeling and I have the zeal, I have all it takes to cooperate with the community itself, and by the community, I mean the police. Maybe the police could make regular patrols around town, especially in dark corners. This bushy area can either be cut, or maybe security lights would be placed around that area. Because you find ourselves, I wouldn't say maybe we move very late in the night, but you find that these insecurities even happen in broad daylight, as early as 7. So I can't blame people for moving out in the night. However much, it's also our initiative to do what? To take in about our own security. Then secondly, since we're students now, we need to access Wi-Fi for research. I'm not saying we don't have Wi-Fi, but the one we have is inadequate. You find ourselves that you connect the Wi-Fi and it's not able to even open a voice note. The Wi-Fi can't even open a document. So now, when we talk about increasing Wi-Fi, maybe we need to increase more Wi-Fi routers around campus so that everyone can access it. Because I find it challenging that wherever we finish lectures, all of us rush to our hostels. we don't always get time to stay around campus to interact with each other. So when we have Wi-Fi, people would always keep around, discuss, and also this would help them improve on their cognitive thinking, improve on their academics as well. Thirdly, us being in a situation that most of us find ourselves very idle, at least we shall always engage students in some university activities once in a while. I won't say it's every day, but then, and I won't say it will be every semester, but at least in every semester, there should be some engagement. Maybe there should be any competition that our university is involved in. There should be galas that we all participate in. For example, I love art and I'm also a very good finance person. However much I'm doing a literature one. But I find it interesting when I'm discussing with students and they tell me my passion is in fine art, and then at campus we don't have anything. Because look at it in this way. When we wake up one morning and we host a cultural gala or an art festive here, what do you think will happen? The community out there will look at us and be like, wow, we move instantly.
Because these things attract people. We may not see the impact right now, but then in the near future, they may be costly right now, but then after we establish and stabilize, even the coming regimes will add a brick on the foundation we've set. And also, you may ask, these things are expensive to host, and this is the reason as to why I said, I will unite all of you. We contribute, the staff, administration, the community, and you, the students, because this will always benefit us all.
Thank you, Mr. Spirant, for your submissions. And within the interest of time, we shall have time for the audience to engage the very people who are contesting, isn't it? So we are now shifting to the audience. This is our time for us to engage our aspiring guild presidents, isn't it? They have had their submissions. And however, I have heard all through, we are speaking about things we are promising to do, our anticipations, but the thing of funding is not, resilient, because you are looking at having the guild account, you are looking at whatever means, but I'm not listening from you. Are you going to at times convince these very students, because they are now going to choose you? Do you have the other ability to convince them to do some funding towards some other activities? Because amidst whatever setting, you must have the resilient, aspect reserved. Are you going to engage the alumni? And to what extent? Because those are other, our external, stakeholders who would maybe probably help on some elements. And also as we engage the administration to have results, you must not confront, you must engage. Do you have that? Understand, reason, and do whatever aspect. And again, as we are promising, let's promise and aim to achieve. Whatever thing you tell us today, we wish to ask you whether you have achieved it mid-your term, isn't it? So any members from the audience who would like to engage the aspirants, it's your turn. All right?
Thank you very much, our organizing committee. I'm called Osmas, the current guild. I have two questions, one for Mr. Namara Victor and one for Mr. Ian Bujingo. Mr. Namara Victor, basing on your submission for the university not organizing interfaculties with big gifts, what are your plans without affecting the financial stability of the guild? What are your plans to make sure that the gifts that have been given or the trophy are improved? Will you sell your father's land? Mr. Ian Ujingo, you talked about improving galas, like cultural galas, justify. Thank you.
Thank you so much. My name is Vince Nwamanya. I have two simple questions which I said to Mr. Ian Itungo. One, it is about this university administration we have. Good enough, we have here the Dean of Students and other senior lecturers. So to me, as I have been on the Guild Council, to me I see the student leadership does not have the capacity to push what it has to push because they are not considered, there is no implementation. You go on the Guild Council, you speak A, B, C, D, E, you speak A, B, C, D, E, but nothing is done. That is the reality. So to me, I think the only method of implementation is carrying out a demonstration at Ankole Western University. So as the Guild President, how can you intervene in the situation and have an effective demonstration? Two, we've had, you're there to represent student issues. Recently, we have a case where 5 students of Ankole Western University are at the Shema CPS. They are still there, but no one has already interfered. So they are there because they raped a mad woman. They did bad, but they are also in bad, and you have to save the situation. Kindly intervene as the Guild President. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, the chairperson EC. I'm called Atonjere Albert, a year 1 student pursuing national diploma in animal health. My question goes directly to the aspirant or the aspiring Guild President 2025-2026, Mr. Ian Bujingo. To where, from the start of your manifesto, as your first point, you talked about security around the town. And ever since I reached in Shema, I'm from Kamwenge, and I have never met a district like Shema. And I have never seen a better university like Ankole Western University and arrest the insecurity around it. So the question goes to you, man. I'm 100% sure that our chancellor is aware about the insecurity around the campus. Our vice chancellor is aware about the insecurity around the campus. Our school deans, our community is aware of it. And you are the aspirant, 2025-2026. Man, take an example. Our Miss Au just of recent has grabbed. And I think this went to everywhere around our community. What are the measures that are you going to put around the town? And yet the DPC of Shema, the OCs of Shema, our community in Shema, they all know about the insecurity around our community. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. My question, you can get a pen, Mr. Itungo is aspiring on a Guild President as you write my question. I have 3 questions. 1, on a scale of 10 towards achieving guidance and counseling, where do you rate yourself? Second is, how would you foster a positive and inclusive team environment, and what are the strategies are you going to play towards achieving unity in the campus? Third, if you are facing, or if the campus is facing a major crisis such as mass leave or a critical raid web, how would you handle the situation and how would you mitigate around that very situation? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I salute the house. As you know, my question goes to Bujingo Ian. In Uganda, of today that we have, what we study is what not we do. Therefore, many students that all have different talents, and they are not being exploited. Actually, they are not being exposed. As an incoming guild president, what structures do you have and what strategies do you have such that whoever comes here for the academic, for a particular academic document gets also a side activity to do for the rest of his life? I thank you.
Thank you very much for those questions. They are quite many, but I'll break them down. Now, one VNC talked about how I would help those people who raped a mad woman. First of all, let me ask, why would you rape a mad woman in the first place? Secondly, we can't neglect the fact that they are our students. I won't say they won't be penalized. No. Every action deserves a consequence. And it depends what consequences. So if you've raped a mad woman, what do you expect from the community? Of course, to arrest you. Listen, we all have to take precaution of our own actions. Don't always do things hoping that there is someone behind to help you, however much those people will be there. Of course, I would be a voice. Maybe go to the police and address the issue and inform them these are our own university students. And maybe know what penalty are they serving. If it's possible for the penalty to be reduced, then it will be reduced. But then if the police insists, then I have nothing to do for them because in the first place you raped. And that's a crime. Do you understand? One honest mass, the reigning guild also asked a question about how I will improve on the galas. No, I won't improve, but I'm starting because we don't have them currently. And that's what I said earlier on. They look to be costly to start up something, but then you can never know if you can't do something before you try it out. You get, this is why I said, this is where I will need active participation of everyone. Because I will not assure you that maybe the guild fee or maybe the guild funds will be in position to handle each and everything that we shall be doing. This is where I will always come up, talk about, bring out the budget, then see what the guild fee is able to accommodate, and then now come on to you students, because I'm a student leader and I'll be low-key into you. So don't be intimidated. So I'll come, talk to you, ask for your advice on what we can do, and also move to the community. Because we understand that this university has people of high value. We have MPs who visit our campus. I'm pretty sure if we let out our cry, they can't let us down. And now this will help our campus move forward and be advertised in a very good way. Are we together? One also asked about insecurities. Of course, like I said, I won't maybe hold a stick, a gun, and then be there to guard you all. Of course, I'm incompetent. I can't do that. I, for one. But then we have security organs. We have the police. What's their role? And I understand, like you said, the VC, the dean, they are all aware about it. And actually, you yourself, you're aware about it. But what have you done about it? So now, this is where I come in, to engage them. I'm not forcing them to, but I'm engaging them to participate. Because we not only save our own lives as students, but the entire community, because your father uses the same route. Your parents, your siblings, so
us in talking to the police and then the concerned citizens about the security, that's something very simple. Very, very, very simple.
All
Because
right.
I find...
All right, in the interest of time, try to summarize as we push on to Namara, who will conclude on the questions that were posed on to him.
Also, Awan BNC talked about voices that are unheard. Sometimes you say we cry, students cry, and then their outcries are not heard. Sometimes it depends on how you approach your superiors. Are you using force? Are you using intimidation policies? Then if not, you use diplomatic means. Because take an example in our families, let's not go very far. Once you come and intimidate your dad and be like, I need tuition, trust me, he was not giving you that money. But then, go on your knees, do something good for him, iron for him. The next morning he will say, go on my mobile money account, withdraw your fees. So now, how are you engaging your superiors? Is it by force? Maybe probably it could be that. And if not so, then that's something I'm going to check why.
All right, let's pass on the microphone to Mr. Namara.
Thank you very much. I would like to answer the question that I was posed to. I was asked that how can I improve the interfaculty games that I was talking about without disturbing the financial of the university. I want to ask you, the community, or the people who are in this room, how much are we paying for the guild fee as the students? What is the use of that money as the students? Because we don't need even to beg these superiors. We want to see the use of the money that we pay as a guild fee. It's what we want. Why can't we be like any other university? We know that Makerere University has a guild council account and many other universities. Why are we here at Ankole Western University? Are we a secondary school? We need to be in a shape for other universities. From the beginning I said, this is a right time to flip the script. This is a right time to change. If we have been ruling, if we had a university where we had no a guild council account, it's high time to have it now. Because it will help us to develop our university. It will help us to develop the interfaculty games because we have funds. It will help us to do any other activity. We have our lecturer Dan. He always, when he's teaching now, he always says that I'm the one who built the other gate. Isn't it? By then they had funds. So it's high time to give powers to the Guild Council to do something here at Ankole Western University. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Namara. And as far we are pushing on, thank you for having been observant and listening. And someone posed on a question, Mr. Viensi, of are you resorting to what mechanisms, apart from the theory engagements? And then on top of that, I wish also to point out that you said the other universities you would sit for exams without clearing to 100%, and I don't believe that Ankole Western University has introduced a surcharge. Is it really? Has there been a surcharge? Are students paying it? How much? How much? Really, is it already practical? Because yeah, so it's not yet in practice, but then I would say to my brothers, really we have been at least had something to appreciate. Do you understand? Because as you go for mediation or for engagement, there are things you must appreciate, or you must thank God for they are. So now that we have not yet had that surcharge, activated, in fact, it is a strong thing that you guild presidents or the guild leadership should use to negotiate with the administration. Now negotiate, telling them that pause a bit. Tell them to always pause. Let them not implement that policy sooner. Do you understand? So appreciate that Ankole Western University has not introduced a surcharge, there is no institution I know that they have not had that charge. Maybe, I think it is only our university. Let's thank God for that. And I pray that you, the guild leadership, it's now you going to fail us or to help us. So as you negotiate, now negotiate using that ground. Tell them, please wait, as you seek other things. Do you understand? Yeah, let them not introduce that. I just pray that they can have it at a halt. Then there is a question of enrollment, because every other institution, because I know every other university will always pray to have more enrollment. And not that we are the people much in need, but we also have to pray like every other institution. So what mechanisms do you have? I have not heard you speaking something critical or something tangible that would help us to increase on our enrollment as an institution. What mechanisms do you have?
Thank you very much for that very good question. And on that point, on that question, I have a very, very organized mechanism that I will use to increase the enrollment of Ankole Western University. As a growing university, as a developing university, Ankole University, you find that even in some areas in Mbarara, it is not known. I would like, if I become a guild president, to introduce certain innovation. I would introduce what we call Ankole Western University Tournament. This tournament will not be for the university students. It will always aim at these people who are in secondary schools. We want to see the likes of Ontare, Mbarara High, Nganwa, St. Kagwa, Chitunga, coming playing in the Ankole Western University tournament. This tournament will help us. The students of Ntare school will get to know that there is Ankole Western University. They will try to understand or to follow their team where they have gone to play from, isn't it? Those schools will just get to know, hey, this is Ankole Western University. Our boys have gone to play in Ankole Western University tournament. And this will help us to be known all over the country. Another thing is, I will make sure that our team, our university teams are participating in university leagues. For example, if Ankole Western University is playing Guru, the students from Guru will understand that there is a university known as Ankole Western University. Furthermore, I will let our students, we need now to flip the script again. We need to start what we call the vacations, trips. Why we, isn't it? We need to see our students moving from here to Kampala. We have some students who have just been studying from around, even some they haven't crossed the boundaries to Kampala. We need to see those people moving.
Hello, Mr. Namara. You
Yes,
can pass on the microphone to Mr. Ian to also enlighten us on that. How are you dealing with the enrollment of our institution? What mechanism?
One of the mechanisms I have is doing voluntary works. Imagine, I was actually very happy when I saw the marathon, when they were trying to bring out these lights. That was something very good. For example, I introduce, now you see this community. We wake up one morning and we say, we are going to run a marathon contributing reflectors for these border guys. And then we have our written at the back. So meaning, if I is written at the back and maybe that guy has a passenger seated, they will ask, which university is this? And of course, proudly, this border guy will say, it's in Kabohe, Ankole Western University, located near Nganwa Hill, etc. Also, we have a lot of people that need help. In hospitals here, we have mothers delivering. We need to help them in some way or the other. Trust me, once we go as a university, and then we say we are donating maybe baby kits, whatsoever they call them, that person won't forget. Actually, in their narration, as the kids grow, they will say, I was down, but it was Ankole Western University that saved me. This is why you're here. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Ian, thank you. And I wish we would pray to have more practical or tangible things. Do you understand? to tell me that when I go out of this door, I can do it and have some impact. Me wearing that awu, and you anticipate a lot, it won't make a lot, I believe. So I want you to be more practical. Engage your students. You have bright minds all around here. They are all seated around, and they are youthful, and they can be engaged. I remember in our time while I was doing my diploma, here we used to be engaged. We did we engaged the health center on the technical or the other resourceful part. We used to go do research, analyze their major intentions or their challenges, and then do some recommendations. I remember we went to the health center here at the health center 4. We went to Unganwa Junior. They had not had that vehicle, that van. They didn't have it at the time. And I remember when we met the office we went to, they told us they never had the van. And then we had to engage them. They had to, they were cooperative. In fact, when you visit these institutions, we have the business students around here at Western University. What if I committed and maybe started, I maybe committed you to provide a business proposal, and then I give you the funds or the resources as a class. Hello, audience. Audience, I'm trying to say we need to be practical. Do you understand? Student leaders, we were looking, the topic that was given to the MPs was that student leadership versus the academic excellence of our students at Ankole Western University. I'm trying to tell you that we were engaged, we engaged these institutions, and we were at least able to deliver. Because after our first report, I don't know whether it was our report that triggered them purchasing the van, but at least they engaged us. We went there, and it was their serious challenge, not having a van. But after we did a report, at least they purchased one. So I will go outside believing that we can do something of impact to the society. If I entrusted you with my shop as a business student at Ankole Western University, would you run it and make a change at that very shop? Would you be innovative to make sure that something changes or something can be seen? Do you understand? I'm trying to say we need to challenge ourselves to do the best outside. So is there any hand? We have we have an utmost of 10 minutes to close the session of audience engagement with the panel as we cross on to the closing part. So in the interim, I'm requesting the Reverend, our Dean, to come have a seat because we shall have you in our closing. You must close with us. So students, we have 10 minutes at most to engage the panel people as we come closer to the winding. Any other hand, as you are going to vote. Members, we have to keep this in mind. You are going to vote. And this guild president you are going to vote is going to represent you in your presence and absence. Do you understand? Do you understand? Are we there? Are we there, or are we doing this as a ceremonial thing? So I request, let someone, like 5 questions, and then 5 minutes to respond, as then we come to the winding up.
Right. Gumanawa Enoch is my name, and my question goes directly to Ian Bujingo. He was from talking about volunteering. So my question is, what support systems will you put in place for students facing academic challenges or personal challenges? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. My name is Agashashira Abaho. My question goes to Namala Victor. You have said that you're going to introduce those tournaments, and I think to the other guilds that have been in this campus, I think they have done it to their expectation. So, how are you convincing us, or how are you going to convince the administration, like, to add something that has been not here? Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Gwichiriza Marvin from, I'm doing
Bachelor's of Science in Information Technology, second year. So my question goes to Mr. Victor. In your submission, I've heard you talk about incidences where those students who have not cleared the tuition fully are chased out of the examination room. So, suppose we all understand that you're also a student here and it's not your obligation to pay my fees or tuition, isn't it? So, suppose I'm chased out of the examination room with issues concerned about the tuition. Will you touch on your guildship salary to pay my tuition? How are you going to help me so that I do those examinations without any interference? Thank you.
Once again, I'm Atonjere Albert, and my question goes directly to Mr. Bujingo Ian. And back to insecurity. I myself, with a lot of evidence, and from you, the aspirant, Mr. Bujingo Ian, you also know and you are 100% aware of the question that I'm going to talk about. Within your way of the campaigns and the sort of, you know that the people you are with already, from my evidence, they are not right people. You understand. I myself, I was there yesterday. You tried to make some occasions with people which are not good, and that is part of the insecurity, starting from you, the aspirant one. So, how are you going to make it better so as the security is implemented within our, yet you yourself, you are leaders, you are people, in your election is towards the campaign, you are the one driving insecurity. Thank you.
All right, thank you, members who had to pose on their questions. We sought to have 5 last questions. Any other female for gender balance? Any other female with a concern or with an engagement? What? No, let's have some other. Let's have an equity approach. No ready around. So you can give and let's.
Thank you much. My name is Joshua Rekahu. First of all, before I pose my questions, are we supposed to only ask the candidates or whoever is around, especially you, the organizers? Okay, thank you. Maybe it can be a food of thought. Not MPs, but I think electoral commission is something that is very independent when we are coming to the issue of elections. But for example, the water we are taking, whoever is having a bottle can read about it. Just simply. Ankole Western University presidential debate sponsored by Electoral Commission and Hope Initiative Club. This is a club where we are involved as students. And together with the Electoral Commission, they are sponsoring. So someone who is in Electoral Commission and together in a step in Initiative Club, can that person bribe votes? And sponsored by the presidential debate. This is Renzol. We know that this is the product of Renzol. We shouldn't be blindfolded. So, when someone from another university, especially BSU, I'm coming to you, sir, especially BSU, lands on this, can they say that this is a product of Ankole Western University? And we're making our universities fake? To you, the organizers, I can just stop from there. Then, if Yeah, thank you, sir. Your time that you went through this university, it's not our time. We are faced with several challenges. So before you make the university fake because of this product, let me address my question. Maybe it can be food for thought, and the next presidential debate, this one should not be inclusive. My question goes to Bujingo Victor. Can you please, Bujingo, I have two questions. One is to Bujingo. Can you explain the imbalances and balances of students' rights between the administration and the students themselves? Two, we have had the guild president, the current guild president of Ankole Western University, where we have a platform, and he only restricts the admins. How many are they? They are just 3 to send their messages. If this goes to both of you, if you happen to win and he wins, would you still do the same? To me, how can you make a WhatsApp group over 4,000 students are there, and then you make them shut up? So would you shut up us when you are into power? Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you can take it.
Okay, thank you very much. Allow me begin by answering Awan Albert. Well, Awan Albert, as you talked about evidence, that you have evidence, I fought. But then, Awan Albert, you are the very same person that came to my inbox intimidating me. You have personal issues. So I don't understand. And also, let me enlighten you on this. Once you have personal issues with somebody in such a congregation, making noise or shouting does not prove a point. Be low. Because Awan Albert, as I proved to you yesterday, I didn't fight anyone. So I don't know why you saw me. You get? Those were just scandals that happened.
All right, next.
Then, one also asked about, he talked about volunteering, and then he brought in an element of academics. Now I didn't know which is which. What were you asking specifically? Because they didn't match. Because I talked about volunteering, and then in your question, you put volunteering, and in that volunteering, you're talking about how I'm going to help students academically that have failed academically. So, where exactly do you want me to answer? Besides that, if I would answer with academic challenges, it depends what challenges. Maybe you could have failed a test. I'm not coming to write for a test. So I don't know. And also, I want Joshua, you talked about silencing you students, if I had. No, you're not supposed to be silenced in any way. Because the purpose of this whole guildship platform forum is to engage you. This is why we want to make it. If we all can't be accommodated in one WhatsApp group, then I'm pretty sure we all have advanced smartphones. We can make several groups to make sure that every student is in, so that we pass on each and every information from the high echelon to you. So you won't be silenced in any way, because we shall be embracing all your ideas.
All right, next.
Thank you.
Mr. Namara.
Yeah, thank you very much. To answer Nagasha, she asked about the introduction of the other games around campus, or improving in the interfaculty games. I want to assure you that I have a point, I have a stand where I can just begin from. Last semester we had here a Vice Chancellor tournament, where we had an improved tournament. And I think most of you here, you saw that tournament, volleyball tournament. It was massive, it was colorful. So when I tell the Vice Chancellor and the top administration that we feel like we need to have an interfaculty games booming like in the other tournament that he prepared, then I think that Vice Chancellor will buy my idea, isn't it? Another thing, as I have already said, I want to emphasize that if we don't have a guild council account where we can run our activities as a guild council, then just to know that we are going to remain as a primary, not a university. I want to assure you this. Because if we have a guild council account, how much do we pay for a guild fee, each student? How many are we in this university? We are over 4,000 students now. Calculate. See the numbers. These people, my friend that he was talking about, the Wi-Fi, the what, those ones we can get if we have an account, because we have funds, isn't it? I'm trying to drive you back home to see the use of the guild council account. Let me answer the second question. Marvin asked me that, how can I help a student who have been just out of the lecture room from doing his or her mid-semester exam or her exam by not completing fees? There are very many ways, very many. If it is a general concern to the whole students complaining, like last time, there was no communication, because in this university we don't have effective communication. They just come up, jump out of their comfort zone, they say, today do this. Me as a guild president, I can't believe and I can't buy that idea, because I am representing students. For any information to be effective, they have to give it earlier. We prepare ourselves in time, isn't it? Because most of us are not paying ourselves tuition. We need communication from the administration to come early. We communicate to our parents and they pay in time. If you don't communicate, like last time, you come out and say that you sit for the mid-semester exams, you have to have paid 100% tuition.
All right.
I can't believe that as a guild president who represents students. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, aspirant guild presidents, and I think it has been a successful one from the start to this end. And as I close in, someone said the challenges of our times are not the challenges of the hour at the present, and I don't think I have raised any challenge. I don't think I posed to you as an audience any challenge of our times. But we had them. I was at the guild council and I had to deal with them as a guild person. I was the information and publicity minister by then, and you can visit my file. If you want to check my performance then, visit my file. And in that, I wish to say we are coming to the closing, and we can, issues of accountability, I'm not going to answer that, and I didn't come to campaign, nor to debate. But I think they will have to account somewhere else. Yeah, the Electoral Commission and the Hope Initiative, they have a mechanism, because there is a fee these candidates have to pay. So that is the authority over that we have to follow up the matter. So in the interim, I will ask the chairperson of the Hope Initiative Club, because I realize they are the organizers, they are part of the organizing team. So they can, the chairperson will come give a few remarks, 2 minutes, then the chairperson EC will be coming in. 2 minutes, I beg. Let's utilize time. 2 minutes. Watch your phone, then you will.
Thank you so much. Our Dean of Students, the senior lecturers, the staff, and the patron, the Guild Council, Electoral Commission, Hope Initiative, the media team, dear students, good evening. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to make this brief because we are out of time. Hope Initiative, yeah, we are working together with the Electoral Commission to champion this, to make this happen. Yeah, thank you. We are Hope Initiative. So something like this, an event like this is not about, Hope Initiative is independent of any candidate. These are our champions. We respect them, and we don't show sides when we are doing such a kind. After all, it doesn't change the color of water inside. Yeah, much as you can also, another thing, uh, this is not about politics or positions. It's not about politics or positions. It is about the leadership, the kind of leadership that we need to take our ahead. On this special note, I want to thank everyone who has managed to stand, starting from the GRCs, the MPs, our presidents, and important people that we leave out, the class coordinators. Yeah, we take them as champions because if you are a leader, you have chosen, of course, to be tortured. You have chosen to be a sacrifice over comfort. It means you are leaving your comfort outside. So, as Hope Initiative, we welcome you. We welcome all the leaders, people who have vision, people who have that dream of being future leaders, who have to improve their communication skills, who want to debate, who want to do public speaking, who want to do poetry, want to do anything to do with public speaking and all these initiatives that come along. For example, today as Hope Initiative, we have students representing us in the inter-university debates competitions. They are in Kampala Africana Hotel. They have been nurtured here, they have been trained here, they have done rehearsals there, and they have gone. And for us, we are here still doing this as Hope Initiative. I thank you so much for coming. Choose wisely, and let's not be violent. Let's make it a success. We wish the one who will lead the best and a spirit of working together with whoever we lose, because we know at the end of the day, we shall have winners and losers, but that one should not separate us. Let's aim at making it a point, and we make our university a success. Thank you so much.
All right. Good evening, members. I will just make a highlight. I will say it is Noma Palima by answering Josh. Members, I will give you a scenario. Ugandan government is sponsoring government universities with condoms. Does Ugandan government promote sex? Yes, Uganda is giving free condoms to all public universities, I'm aware. Thank you very much. So for us, having sponsoring water with Hope Initiative, that is collaboration. So we are trying to promote that collaboration, embarking our slogan, fairness and fair treatment. Another thing is, Joshua, we are not changing the power of water altogether. Instead, we are giving a rebranding to water that Ankole Western University is using Rwenzori. Another thing, we are proving our people that it is that one day that we are giving a prime copyright of the already existing material. I know I'm not here to debate to win, but I'm just showing you the way. Yes. Now, another thing is, as Guild Electoral Commission, our motto or slogan is fair elections. There is no way how you can find Hope Initiative collaborating with EC to reach votes. It is impossible. It is what? Impossible. Because Uganda and EC is collaborating with security, are they planning to reach votes? It is independent body, but merging with EC. Isn't it true? No? Yes. Also, that one is for collaboration purposes. No, we are not arguing, my friend. So, finally, I'm just making a sound, calling all of you, support your candidates, because I also have a right to vote. I have a candidate, I should do what? Vote. But I'm not allowed to campaign because of the what? The position. Thank you. So now, this what of us, laboring and whatever, have no position. Are you okay now? Right. So members, turn up tomorrow. We have a battle of speech, what we call campaign. It will be at the main grounds of how come support, morale boost your candidate, make it a war of speech, not a war of blood. Good elite people have a whole of mirrors, but the elite people use spears. So members, voting is on Saturday, 1st November 2025. It will start immediately at 9:30. Mark my time. 9 what? 30. 400 hours. It will be the full stop. I beg my pardon. Voting will start at 9:30. At 4 p.m., it will be the full stop. Altogether. And a student to be stopped from voting, should there be a sound reason? Are we together? Any person involved in these issues of we are trying to do this and see what might happen, it will happen to you. Pardon? Requirements needed. Thanks so much. We're going to pin them within all social media platforms. Because most of us here we use WhatsApp, isn't it? Not somebody there. We are going to put the requirements. Lastly, for God and my country, let's write the word together.
All right, thank you, the EC Electoral Commission, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. Thank you very much for your submissions, and the chairperson of the Hope Initiative. We take another chance to appreciate and thank our fellows from the SBS. We have also Global Shoot, and we have the Render Soft Technologies personalities here, streamlining our debate, presidential debate on media, online, on YouTube. So thank you for being with us. And Mr. Kagumire has also happened to be our former guild president running the Render. So thank you very much. And I take the initiative to welcome the patron to give his remarks as he gives the mic to the person who will close their function. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much, our moderators, for this opportunity given. I think I will speak standing here because I will be seen by and heard as well by each one of us here. Our Dean of Students, the protocol well established for the interest of time. How are you? My name is Otashebia Jonan, and I happen to be the patron Hope Initiative Club that, in juxtaposition with the Electoral Commission, has organized this. Actually, it would be the ignorance of someone who doesn't know the typology of Hope Initiative Club to question it for having prepared this particular event with the Electoral Commission. The typology of Hope Initiative Club is that it aims to organize dialogues and debates. It is constitutional within the Guild Council. Ignorance of the law does not give any defense. I will stop that at that. But I thank you for having turned up to this particular presidential debate, which I can say it has been the best of its kind. Actually, I've got to remember that on 10th December 1948, there was an adoption of a foundational document by the United Nations Assembly, and I like only one thing out of that document, which stipulates that we believe to be self-evident that all men are born equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, among which are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, It is for this reason that governments are instituted, and if governments fail to perform, it is the duty of those men to rise and to remove those governments. I look forward not to seeing the government that we shall have chosen out of this engagement, people rising against it, but I look forward to seeing a government that will help us, take us into another term, and we'll be able to get the strategic leadership we ought to have. That takes me where? It takes me to the essence of organizing this event. This event was not meant to be ceremonial, but it was meant to demystify politics at Ankole Western University, leadership in particular, so that we are able to know who is who and who is capable to take us through. And I think it has been done accordingly. Our aspirants, all that have participated in tonight's debate, more so our presidential candidates, we appreciate and congratulate you upon having this engagement. And I was not the judge of this presidential debate, but I can vividly say it has been unanimous. I've been able to hear from each of them, and actually a lot has been elaborated. That makes me remember of the words of Alexander the Great, who by the time he was with his guys amidst the attack by King Darius, who was the strongest king and warrior at the time, he said, I can see what you see, but you cannot see what I see using my eyes. So you have heard what you have heard, and I have heard what I have heard, but you have not heard what I have heard using my own ears. That means it is upon your discretion to choose a leader of your choice, depending on what has God said here. Of course, as said by the electoral chairperson, we still have other engagement. Maybe those that have not made it to listen to them will be able to have that. This is not the only number that has happened to attend, because we had online program, and I really add my echo on the moderators to thank those that have given us services, service providers, SBS, Rendersoft Technologies, and Global Shoots. Thank you so much for this. I want to thank Hope Initiative Club once more time for realizing this. This is one of the activities that you need to portray to show your existence. And I can vividly say you have actually done it. I wish everyone a right choice, so that we happen to have leaders that will take us through, and perhaps build a owl that will stand to light the world. I don't always want to, maybe something to inform you about Hope Initiative and any other club. It is good a student to choose any club to join, so that you can build that self-esteem. Short of that, we are here to build habits and values that you may not get basically from our classes, class lectures, of which more can be got from societal organizations and associations that we have many of here. That appeals to you that at least join the association, so that you can have your habits and morals shaped to effect the essence of you getting here for your education. I don't want to make this day a day of speeches. Probably it's not my day. But the Bible tells me in Job 12:12 that knowledge is for the old and wisdom is for the aged. I will invite, actually I will use 1 minute. I will invite my senior lecturer and your senior lecturer, okay? Mr. Ninsi Madan. This time I'm giving him an instruction of using not more than, not 10, 2 minutes. And being a senior, I will implore him to invite for us our Dean of Students who will crown up this. When the Dean of Students is here, the Vice Chancellor is here, and the whole university is here. And actually is taking lead in as far as the electoral process is concerned. So whichever thing that gets in that docket is her concern. Thank you so much. Let's hear from our senior.
Thanks a lot, Lecturer Jonan. And I take this opportunity to thank him for giving me the mic. I was surprised. I did not expect it. In the interest of time, protocol observed. I'm Nisima Dan, senior lecturer, as they have said, because I've been here since 2014. And for those ones who don't know me well, I was here as a student and as a guild president myself. Later, I became chairperson alumni. Now I'm a lecturer here. I want to use the words of one political scholar, a French scholar known as Victor Hugo. He observed that no one can resist an idea whose time has come. This is the time for Victor and Ian to shine. And for us, members of administration, we are impartial. It's the students to decide. And I wish after elections, the one who becomes a guild should continue with such engagements. There is a Chukui word for that which they call Kamkunji. Always invite students and give accountability. Make assemblies so that students can amicably ask and you give them feedback. You organize such of Kamkunjis, a Chukui word meaning assembly. Otherwise, I want to make a comment, and that one will be my last word. Someone asked a question about if students rape, how would the guild help them? Rape is a criminal offense. I teach law. I went to RODC myself. If you commit a crime, it is either civil or criminal. Rape is a criminal offense. And when you are above 18 years and you are involved in rape, the guild president can do nothing. It is you versus the state. And in law, there is what we call acta reus and mens rea. You are taken to the University of Understanding and you cannot be released because you have committed a crime against the state. And there is nothing like what we call vicarious liability. It is not even AU that will help you because you have not committed the offense on behalf of AU. If you rape, if you defile, it is your own offense and you will suffer, you will be legally liable, you will suffer the consequences. I advise you to become disciplined and do not engage in such criminal acts of mens rea and acta reus, so that once you are in the University of Understanding, then you start begging the guild president, Ankole Western University, nobody will come. If vicarious liability means you have committed an offense on behalf of an organization. But for rape, there is no vicarious what? Liability. You are individually liable. For those students who raped, they are tarnishing our image and they will suffer the consequences. I pray that they are released, but if not, they are legally liable. Why do you rape a mad woman? Discipline is paramount. I wish you the best. At this juncture, I invite the Dean of Students to come and address the gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lecturer Dan. Protocol observed. Good evening, everyone. Praise God. I really want to thank you for gathering here to listen to your leaders. And I want to thank the leaders, beginning with the MPs to the guild aspirants. Thank you very much. But on a special note, I want to thank the Hope Initiative Club. Please clap for them. This is something that should be done. I understand, like how the chair said it, we have a team in Hotel Africana representing the university, and it is from such that we get such good leaders that can ably speak in public and they are listened to. I really want to thank you very much for this initiative. And for the Electoral Commission, thank you for collaborating and lifting such clubs so that Ankole Western University is not known in one aspect, but in all other aspects, Ankole Western University is shining and lighting the world. I want to thank you, modulator. Thank you very much, Arnold. Arnold was here, he was a leader, and he is still part of us. And when he is talking about AU as one of the best universities, I think he means it. And I want to encourage us that are coming into leadership. You don't come to fight the administration, but you come to collaborate with administration to make sure that AU lights the world. Where you see the mistake, in a polite way. I normally say politeness costs nothing. In a polite way, you see how best you work with management and the administration to see that these small issues are worked on, and that is your responsibility. So don't come to fight the administration, but come to work with administration so that together we light the world. I don't want to speak much, but I want to tell you this as a clergy. Don't let this election maybe disunite us. Are we together? We are here for a little while. You are here as a student. That is your primary role. And then after, you don't know where you will meet Itungo. So in whatever you are doing, don't make Itungo suffer today because you don't know where you will meet him and Itungo and Victor, whoever wins. Please work together because you are here as students, and in leadership and even in this, in competition, we know one will become a winner and another one will lose. And if you lose, it doesn't mean that it is the end of it all. It is just the beginning. Maybe you were not groomed to be one here, but your leadership skills will be applied somewhere else. And as the supporters, please, why should you abuse someone because of supporting another person that you are not supporting? Let us unite together to light the world. Don't hate your friends because they are supporting someone else. But make sure you see how best you collaborate with them, even in supporting your opponent or what. That should not cease you to be friends. Are we together? And let me encourage each one of us. Please be disciplined in these elections. Don't end up in prison because of supporting someone that will win and you keep there. Drug abuse, alcoholism, and all other virtues of the same. Please take note of such. Are we together? Take note of such and see how best can I avoid them. How best can I come out well and I am still known as a very good boy, as a very good girl. Let us mind about our dignity in these elections. Don't do something that will, rub everything good that you've done in the past and create something that you will live to regret for the rest of your time. Otherwise, I want to wish you all the best. And I want to tell you, I am working closely with the EC, and this time, as we have always had, we will have free and fair elections. I am calling upon my seniors, Dan and Jonan, my friends, let us all be vigilant in this. Nabanimba Shaba, let us have the free and fair elections. Chair EC, we've had several meetings, and and I am sure that, trust us, we would even engage the security, but we will have free and fair elections. I am hearing the rumors outside and all that. Those that qualify to vote are students of Ankole Western University who are registered. If you're not registered, don't bother yourself. As long as you are recognized, and what recognition do you have is to you to be registered as a student of Ankole Western University. You've not finished. We don't want alumni. We don't want those that have finished senior 6 that are planning to come next year. Those will vote next year. But this time around, we'll have the registered students of Ankole Western University. I wish you all the best. I wish you good elections. And to the winners, whoever wins, we will work together for the betterment of this university. Together we light the world. God bless you. I don't know whether I should close with a prayer. Let us stand up and we pray. Father, we bless your holy name for who you are to us. We say thank you for everything that you have done for us. And at this particular time, we thank you for this initiative by Electoral Commission together with Hope Initiative Club. We thank you for the debate. We thank you for the discussion. And Lord, we pray that as we continue with this process of guild election, we pray that you will lead us. You will help us to choose the right leader that you see deserves to lead this Ankole Western University. And we pray that whatever is going to take place, Lord, let it be guided by your Holy Spirit. And as we plan to go out, Lord, we pray that you will go with us. And the blessing of God Almighty, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit to rest upon us as we prepare to have elections on Saturday. May we be blessed during this time. May whatever we do be blessed. And may God bless our academics, which is our primary role here. May that blessing never leave us, now and forevermore.